every one of us, if you were to list everything you did today, you come up with a list of a bunch of items. And if you look at your life and you start listing the activities, you'll find them to be hundreds and hundreds, not thousands and thousands of fragments. You wake up in the morning, that's whatever your regimen is, you exercise, you shower, breakfast, commute, you go to work, coffee break, tea break, some meetings, some significant things, most are not that significant. And then the rest of the day, you'll add up around 100, 120 items. I've tested this. Then try to create a thread that connects these activities. You'll find not too many threads that connect them. Here and there you'll find something connect. You'll find a bunch of little fragments, pieces, like shattered pieces. And so you could say, well, okay, big thing, so what? But think of it this way. Imagine those fragments start accumulating day by day, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, century after century. You have millions and millions of fragments. Kierkegaard said that we can only understand our lives backwards, but we have to live our lives frontwards. You know, sometimes you look back and you say, now I understand why this happened, that happened. It all led to something else. But we have to realize the concept of divine providence, Ashgacha Pratis, which is that all the details of your life, you're sitting here this evening, or you're going to be doing something else later tonight or tomorrow. You may think you're doing it for one reason, but you were led there in order for you to find another one of your sparks and connect it. So essentially the technology of our personal lives is doing exactly what technology is, connecting things that transcend time and space. Instead of seeing a world of fragmented pieces, you see them all connected by a certain singularity. And the same thing with yourself, that every detail of your life, from the most trivial to the most significant, is part of your narrative, your journey. And the only way you could look at it that way is when you don't think of it in terms of survival, of like, what am I going to gain from this? Or, as I said before, instant gratification or surface level thinking. You think about it, what? Why was I put here? What's the purpose of my being right now in this situation? Why was I blessed with these and these gifts? Why was I challenged with these and these challenges? And then you start looking at it from a soul, through the eyes of the soul, and the eyes of the soul connect things. Because what the connection is, that this is all part of fulfilling the mission for which you were sent to this world. And that mission has many details. And when you live that way, what happens is the narrative of your life begins to emerge. But there's one prerequisite. The prerequisite, you have to get out of the rat race and the rush hour of your life, in the sense, I'm not saying quit your job, but you have to have a mindset you're able to step back and say, let me look at my life and not be caught up in the minutiae and the details that so often consume us completely. And when you're able to do that, whether it's a minute a day, whether it's through coming to a class, whether it's reading a book, whether it's volunteering or doing something charitable and kind, these things tend to begin to connect the dots. And then the story of your life begins to emerge.